What is up, everybody? It's Alex from Title Boxing Club in Rochester, New York, with your focus point of the year. The very first, well, I meant to say focus point of the week, but it is a new year. It's 2021. Happy 2021. We are going to make this the best year ever. New year, new you, like they say. Here is a great way to make a new you as a boxer, even if you're in it just for the fitness. It is the most basic building block that there is in boxing, which is your fighting stance. And I would say almost everybody I see could improve their fighting stance. When you improve your fighting stance, everything's going to get better. Every punch you throw is going to be better. Every move you make, every breath you take, it's going to be better in a better fighting stance. So now it might be hard to change. You might be used to what you're doing. There's some value to that for sure. You want to be comfortable, but I want you to take a good hard look at it this week and see if maybe we can improve things. So first of all, to get into your fighting stance, if you're right-handed, you stand with your feet shoulder width apart. All you're going to do is take your right leg and you're going to step it back and you're going to turn that foot out about 90 degrees. If you're left-handed, you're going to take your left foot back, step it out, turn about 90 degrees. I would say one of the number one things I see in here is people's fighting stances are too narrow. So take a bigger step back, maybe even bring your foot out a little bit wider. A lot of times people are in narrow and you're not on balance for all the punches you throw. It also makes it very hard to sit down into those punches, drop your weight into those punches. So I want to make sure a good way to find out, are you too wide, are you too narrow, is to get in that fighting stance and then just do a squat. Sit the hips down. If you're able to do that and feel pretty on balance, like you can move around, then good. If not, if you do your squat and you feel like you're not on balance and you're really feeling it a lot in those glutes and those knees and it would be hard to move around, you want to widen that fighting stance. So that's number one right there. Get a little bit wider. Of course, I haven't even talked about the hands up, the shoulders relaxed, all that. Don't worry. We're not even going to worry about that for this focus point. Just think about the feet. Just think about the lower body, because the number two thing I see with, again, at least 75% of people in here is that we're too tall and too stiff. I even talked about this recently in a focus point when I was on a skateboard. We've got to get our hips sitting down a little. We've got to bend those knees. There's got to be some give. Every time you take a step, you've got to absorb that weight. When you throw a punch, you've got to drop that weight down ever so slightly. What I see so much is people getting really tall. And again, that inhibits your power and that inhibits your movement, reaction time, balance, everything. Drop the weight down. Now, I know it's easier said than done. Everyone can say, relax, relax, relax. We've got to do it. So again, I want you to go too far. I want you to go too far. Get kind of too low, and then we can reel it back in. As you move, drop the weight down. And when you throw punches, drop it down even more. So here's something I see all the time. Watch my back leg on the cross. This is what I've been seeing a lot recently. Throw the cross, and look, see how my back leg is straight right there? That is not good balance, and I'm losing out on power, I'm losing out on fitness there. What you want when you throw that cross is to bend, you see my leg? Bend that back leg as you throw, as you turn the heels out. See it a lot on the lead hook too. People will come up higher when they throw the hook, kind of shrug the shoulders to bring the elbow up, and then that leg straightens out. You don't want that. You want to drop, if anything, drop it down a little bit when you throw that hook. Now, I know one thing that might seem counterintuitive is I'm also always saying, stay on your toes, stay on your toes. You don't want to be flat-footed when you box. So that makes it sound like, okay, well, I'm up on my toes, I'm getting up high. I know. You want to drop the weight down still. You want to bend at the knees, but also be on the toes. That's part of the way you move in boxing. It's very different from how we walk around, so it definitely takes some getting used to. But I'm telling you, this will make everything better. If you can just work on those two things, a little bit wider stance, dropping your weight down, getting a little bit lower, trying to relax as much as you can, trying not to be too stiff when you throw those punches, and just let that weight sink down onto every single punch. Promise it's going to be a lot better. It might be a little awkward at first, especially if you've been used to one stance for a while, but give it a try because you're going to love it. You're going to love it once you do, and you won't hear me say, drop that weight down, relax, get loose. I'll just say, great work, they're doing it. Anyway, so have a wonderful, wonderful week, wonderful year so far. I want to see you in here working on that stance. Take a good look at it, think about it, and let's see if we can make it even better, because when we do, we are going to hit it hard.